Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hello Dave, which is going to be a bit of a different one. There is really not a lot going on in either Elite or Star Citizen at the moment, so we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. But I still think I found a few interesting topics to talk about. First of all, in Elite, of course, on Friday last week, there was the meet and greet. Frontier had, prior to the event, even like when they announced the event, said that it was a pure social event. It was not like them coming out presenting information. There wouldn't be anything new coming out around the event. And they did post a reminder of that before the event. I think they really wanted to expectation management the thing, and really wanted to make sure the people, when they showed up, that they knew this was a purely social event. And that was what it was. I wasn't participating myself, but from what I've heard, it was exactly what Frontier said. It would be a social event where you could come and you could have a nice evening with some fellow commanders. Inside Elite, we have lost track of how many iterations of the Colonia bridge project that's been running right now. It's been running for quite a while now. Feels like all year actually so far, like all 2 months or something. But right now there's being added more services to the existing stations. So I think we reached the number of stations that's going to be part of it, and they're just adding some extra services to some of them now. But the numbers of people that are participating is okay, but people not really that active. There's very little going on. I think here Sunday evening, remember it started Thursday, and Sunday evening it reached just over 1% completion. So there's very, very little activity on these projects. It might have something to do with the rewards. You get some engine colors, which is actually not a bad reward. I mean, it's something you could otherwise only get for ARCs, so it's not a terrible reward, but I think people are more interested in these double-engineered frameshift drive that we're giving out earlier on. But with the amount of time and effort that's been put into this Colonia bridge project, I've been wondering, what's the purpose of it? I mean, surely do explorers really need that many rest stops along the way? I mean, it feels like you can get a rest stop every few jumps now. And my original thought was they would get them so close together that you could begin to travel between them using the Apex travel taxis, but we're not quite there. The distance is still too great for that to happen. So unless Frontier comes out with a longer range Apex shuttle, but maybe cost more, then you could potentially travel on foot between the Bubble and Colonia. I originally thought that was the plan for it, but we'll have to see. It seems like the Frontier is stalling a bit with the community goals at the moment. They're just reiterating the Colonia bridge project, keep adding more phases to it. So it seems like just with communication that everything is just on hold at Frontier, and they're just basically just stalling for time at the moment. What they're stalling for time for is anybody's guess. Now, there has been very thin on news over on Star Citizen as well, so I thought what I would do this week instead is talk about some of my current projects, both in Elite as well as in Star Citizen, because I have a number of different projects going on at the moment. Of course, in Elite, we both have the Terra X and the Operation Greenfield, which can take that's basically an infinite pit where you can just throw as much time into it as you want to. So if I ever have a spare moment, I can always go and run a few missions. We had a great evening on Friday where we were, I think, 5 or 6 people who met up at a conflict zone and just run some on-foot conflicts and shot some NPCs. Had a great evening. We usually have these Friday night bars where they show up. Sometimes people get a drink. Sometimes people just hang out. And it's usually a ton of fun, and it's really, really nice way to end the weekend or start the weekend and just hang out and relax on Discord with people. Other projects I'm running in Elite, I'm currently exploring the core systems. I do have a few destinations that I kind of want to visit, but it's not really that I have a specific destination in mind. I'm looking at the Dire Awesomes, and there's some other bookmarks in there I want to go to. But I'm exploring the core region on one of my old accounts, and I'm continuing to do that, moving towards that. I've done a lot of it doing the live streams, but I've also done a few systems off camera, just when you want to chill, want to relax a bit and just, fly around, explore a few planets, look at the pretty sights. Came across quite a neat planet. It looked like it was made out of wood, basically like a gas giant that looked like it was a big wooden ball and looked really fun. But yeah, a few exploration trips here and there whenever I feel like doing something a little bit more low-key. Then, of course, I have the project I started last week with the Anti-Sinus Sidewinder. I kind of thought it could be fun to try and build a Sidewinder to kill to kill Thargoids, and I know I'm not the first one to do this, and I probably won't be the last either. But it's just, I think, a nice little project. Probably not going to be the longest project. I'm planning to live stream it tomorrow, by the way. I'll talk more about that later. It's a nice little challenge for myself to try that. Again, I'm not the greatest combat pilot. I'm absolutely not the greatest Thargoid hunter. But I thought it'd be fun anyway to try. It might end as a miserable disaster, but then it just becomes a slightly bigger project as I have to actually learn to fly and use a anti-Xeno Sidewinder. But goal is we're going to take down a Cyclops, hopefully, at some point. But if you want to follow that project, stick around to the live stream part of the video here, and I'll explain more about that. And the final project that I haven't started yet, but I have been considering for a long time that I wanted to start, was the on-foot only character. So it was a thing I wanted way from the beginning when Odyssey Origin came out. I wanted to start a character and I want to play that as an on-foot only. So no spaceships, only on foot, only travel by apex, only see how the game plays, how it feels when you are on foot only. I mean, you also take a lot of the grind out of it, as you don't really need to worry about these space-based engineers and Dav's Hope and high grades, and all that is removed from the game as you only go on foot. Originally, I postponed the project because I wanted to wait for the console release, but in hindsight, I was like, oh, well, yeah, because back then we thought, oh, it's just gonna be a few weeks, for maybe 2 months or something like that, and then it's gonna be fine, and console's gonna be released. Oh, that was cute, so naive back then. But I don't know, I still kind of want to do it, because originally I postponed it again, as I said, because I wanted to make sure that I wanted to wait until Frontiers kind of ironed out all the bugs so that you don't end up hitting some kind of insane grind wall that just couldn't be completed without going into to ships to just be unbearable to do. So I wanted to wait. And again, we're coming up on almost a year after the Odyssey launch. And we talked about this a lot. Still no news regarding the console launch. Still no news regarding anything really since New Year's. So we'll have to see. But I'm thinking of starting up that just because I think it could be fun to do. I think it could make for some interesting videos. I think it could make for some interesting live streams as well. But again, comment section if you think that would be something you'd be interested in to watch a on-foot only playthrough, which is not necessarily going to be that much of a tutorial guide kind of thing. It's just going to be for the hell of it kind of playthrough, just run around, have a bit of fun, not really taking it to a serious kind of project. So, but if you're interested in that, do let me know in the comment section. I also have a number of projects running over in Star Citizen, not as many as in Elite. Currently, I am saving up money to buy myself a Starfarer. Starfarer costs, I think, 6.6 million or something in game. It's not terrible. So I've been mining a lot of Quantinium to try and get enough money to buy that. Of course, I want a Starfarer, both because I kind of want to do a review of it, haven't done that, but also in the next patch, 3.17, we do have changes to ship-to-ship refueling, or actually implementation of ship-to-ship refueling, where we're going to be able to transfer fuel between ships, at least for the ships that have the capability to do so. You can set prices, you have to manually control pumps, and there's a whole little system around that we're going to have to look at. And I kind of also want to prepare for that, do some videos around it, showcase how it works, and maybe try it out with some people from the community. So that's why I wanted to get my hands on a Starfarer and see how that works. So that was the plan also, to get my hands on one of those. I'm currently sitting at 5 million in Star Citizen, and I have 1.5 million or something in a refinery that needs to be sold. So I'm really close. I just need a few more mining trips, and I should have enough to buy that. So that's almost done. Then you can probably expect to see some videos around that in the not too distant future. But after that, I've been considering what to get as a second ship. Now, I really like mining in groups, so I was considering if I should go and get a mole just so you could do some group mining. Also, even though I'm not a big fan of running it solo, we can try to run it solo. See it just sometimes it could be nice. I don't know, but what I've really been wanting to go for is the 890 jump again. I had one in one of the previous patches before the server wipe, and I kind of want to get my hands on one again. It was a really nice ship to have around, fun to fly, especially for community stuff. But it is 30+ million in game, which is a very significant amount of mining. So I don't know. It's gonna be a big project if I want to mine my way up to an 890. Now, as I said, the live stream tomorrow is going to be with the Anticiano Sidewinder. Last week we built it on live stream together with you guys. We looked at the build, you guys gave some feedback, we adjusted it a bit, then we flew around and we did all the changes to it. And now it's ready. It's fully ready. All the modules are on it. It's good to go. That means we're ready to take it down to the Pleiades, try to find ourselves some Dargoids, and, well, shoot them. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, and I don't know how it's going to go. I have purposely not taken it out and been testing it beforehand, because I wanted to do that during the live stream so that you get to see my first flight test of the build at the same time as I experience it. So that's kind of the plan. So if you want to see me probably getting killed quite a lot by Dargoids, then drop by the live stream tomorrow, which is going to be live streamed both here on YouTube as well as over on Twitch, and it's going to be at 8 o'clock in game time. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.